First of all, I just started the video with my finger. I forgot I had this, so we're about to.
Angel. I got my city doing front flips. When every father mayor rapper jump ship. I guess that's why they call it where I stay. Clean up the streets so my daughter can have somewhere to play. I'm the blueprint to a real man. Some of these niggas toss they tassel for a deal, man. I ain't going to hell or the hill, man.
Cut.
For my real fans, I got caught up with a little
Intro to my wash routine and hair product review video, which will also include an update on my hair, how much it's growing, what I'm doing with it now, the color, all of that stuff. So this is the intro to that. First, you guys are going to see my wash routine, and I've already recorded that video. It's just very long, so I decided to split them up into two. So you're going to see my wash routine using the products that I'm going to review in the second video I post. Alright, what's up y'all? It's Michaela. I'm back. My hair is getting crazy right now. We haven't been recording a lot because we've been away at school and it's been really hard. But I'm back home now, so I'm going to try to record a lot more for you guys. So make sure you stay tuned and I hope you guys enjoy. Well, first, as you can see, I'm starting off with really dry hair. I started spraying it with some water just to make it easier to work with. And I'm using this small, tiny spray bottle because I currently do not have a spray bottle. I lost a lot of my stuff in the move or over time while being away at college. So here I'm working in all the water. There's literally just water in that bottle. Finally, I'm adding my hair mayonnaise, which is acting as my little protein treatment. So I continue to work that in, making sure that it's basically saturated. My hair was still so dry and it really took a lot of product to work this in. And it was even harder when I had to start detangling. But I continued to add product. The middle of my head I feel like is the most coarse, so it like gets the driest. But as you can see, I'm not realizing how long my hair grew because it almost looks like a mini fro. And here I am, the worst part, or my least favorite, trying to detangle it. So I wetted again because I felt like after I put the product in, it basically started to get dry again. So I started to wet it again to make it easier to detangle. Working that water through, I then start going by sections. And again, still realizing my hair was too dry, I added more. And then I went back to start detangling. Now, for those who can't tell by the video and my facial expressions, I am very tender-headed. My hair was very knotted up. No pun intended. Pun intended. But yes, I'm very tender-headed. So detangling my hair actually hurt a lot. After realizing I couldn't detangle my hair without my clips, I went to go get them. And I clipped up the little bit of hair I do have in the back just to detangle. Still adding more product because I felt my hair was too dry. Y'all, it was at this moment I realized that detangling my hair with a comb, brush, whatever was not going to save me from the pain. So I started to finger detangle. Then I went back with the comb and that made it slightly easier. And finally, I got it. I finally detangled the first part of my head. Then I tried to do a little twisty, braidy kind of thing because my hair is short, but you know, I was still able to do a little something. So after detangling the rest of my head, it finally came to the moment of truth. The part I was the most scared about, which is the front because it was the longest and of course the most tangled. Now the reason my hair got so tangled is because I was basically wearing a kind of wash and go style where I would finger curl or coil the front of my hair for it to be curly and fall to the front of my face. It was so hard to detangle. As you can see, I had to keep adding products, had to keep saturating my hair with water, and it was just hell. I'm not gonna hold you. Now, because I knew this part was going to be the hardest to detangle since it was so long, I kind of switched between my detangling tools, which included 2 combs and a brush, just to make sure that it was detangled as much as possible. After successfully detangling my first actual long section and start braiding it, this is to keep from shrinking up again because more shrinkage leads to more tangle. Alright y'all, I'm finally done.
I'm not sure how long this took me. I didn't finish washing my hair, but it took me a long time. And it was really hard. I let my hair get very tangled and I'm very disappointed in myself for doing so. I'm just gonna rub this like over the whole thing. A part of it in the back could come out. So my whole head is covered. And I have to let this sit in. I'm probably gonna let it sit in for 5 minutes. It's been in my head a long time because it took me so long to detangle my hair.
So here is me trying to be a little official YouTuber and record myself washing. Where did I go? Oh. Yes, here I am trying to record myself washing my hair. And don't worry, it didn't take me too long to figure out that this was not going to work because Lord knows I was making a huge mess. The water was getting everywhere and it was just, I don't know how to do this and I don't want to know because I'm not doing it yet. Since I realized I wasn't about to wash my hair with y'all, I just recorded me applying the product and here I am applying the product. Of course, shampoo is first, and my stupid self forgot that it was new and never opened, so you know. Had to open it first. We got it open, smelled it. It smelled okay to me. Not my best choice, but I guess it works. It did the job, though. So, poured a little in my hand, probably a little too much, which later I realized it wasn't enough for me. The consistency wasn't bad, but you'll get more once I do my actual product review. Now, when shampooing, I only focus on my roots because that's my main goal, is to cleanse my roots, and the shampoo will eventually work its way down the shaft. I'm more focused on my shaft or the body of my hair when I'm conditioning. So shampoo is for the roots, conditioning is for the actual hair. So I continue to rub the shampoo and work it into my roots only, making sure that I get all that dirt and build up. And I realized later I had to add a little bit more shampoo for the middle of my hair because it wasn't distributing as evenly as I wanted to. Next, I go in with my shampoo detangler brush or my massaging brush, which is for my scalp, basically to get my blood flowing because it also promotes growth. So I decided to go back in one more time and work the shampoo in. And while I was doing it, I realized that my hair still felt very soft and detangled. So I was actually very surprised and pleased with that. So after rinsing out the shampoo, I went back with some too, which is conditioner. Like I said, shampoo is for the roots and the conditioner is for the actual hair. So I work my way from the bottom to the top, making sure that I focus on all my strands and saturating it to make sure that it's moisturized and soaked. And back to my least favorite part, detangling. Only because I detangled in the beginning, detangling this time was not as hard. I would say I still had a little bit of trouble, but the conditioner luckily had enough slip for it not to hurt as much as before. Now, some of y'all may kill me because I was not really detangling from the ends to the roots, but I was running out of patience. So please, people, do not follow me. Thankfully, my hair was already detangled, so it went through easily and I didn't do too much damage to my hair, but I do not recommend this at all.
guys, so I'm on the last. Of course, I'm continuing with the line, so I'll be using the Strength and Growth Restore Treatment Mask. I'm pretty sure this stuff on my face is a mix between sweat and water because it's hot in here. I have my microfiber towel to help me out. This is my first time using this mask. I honestly swear by Shea Moisture Mask. I love them so much. And this is my first time trying this. It's my mother's, that's why I've never tried it. So I'm just taking it from her. I'll be applying it and honestly leaving it overnight because my hair needs moisture.
So I start off with a decent amount of the mask in my hands, rubbing it mainly on my fingers and then on my hands so that I can work it starting from the back, of course. Okay, I lied. I started from the front.
Alright, y'all, so I'm back. My hair has been detangled and braided as much as it possibly can for how short it is. Hair's sticking up. But look at the picture. I don't know why this is sticking up like this, but it's over. One of them, y'all can see, I had to like corner it because it's too short. It wouldn't stay down when I braided it, so boom, that's what I did.
We gotta go old school right now because I lost a lot of my stuff moving back. And don't know what a shower caps are. Usually I'd use a shower cap, but I'm using a bag right now. So literally, I'm not joking. So if you don't have a shower cap, if you don't have a heating cap, or any of those fancy tools, use a plastic bag. Feel me? Okay, good. So you take the bag and literally cover your whole head with it. You take the two handle parts and bring it all the way back so you can tie it.
So where's my handle? Oh, right here. Just take it back here. My hand is just super clean. Please hold.
Y'all, it's been a minute since I did this, so it took me a while before I actually was able to figure it out. But I got it.
No, you do not have to go to sleep like this. Yes, I will be going to sleep like this with the bonnet over my head as soon as I find it. If I find it, and if I don't, well, we just gonna pray that this doesn't fall off. If you're concerned about leakage, just sleep on a towel. But really, I don't recommend sleeping with this overnight. I'm just doing it because my hair needs it. So, see you in the morning.
Good morning, guys. So I'm back. It's the next morning, and I ended up putting this over my head to go to sleep with. I started recording while I was walking. I didn't get to set up my tripod yet, so I'm gonna have to do that, and then we'll get started.
Okay, whatever. So, because I didn't have a bonnet, I got this from my mother. I guess it's for braids or something, but yeah, it's like almost 12 in the afternoon. I just woke up, so take this off. My shower cap bag is still on, surprisingly. Just gonna wash it out. Ooh, it's very saturated and kind of warm, which is good, which means it's soaked in wet.
My hair is officially washed, and I put it back in braids so it doesn't get tangled again. I don't know what I'm about to do with it, but you guys will find out as soon as I find out. So